Good evening. As Elon said, my name's Haley Nagelberg, and I'm a senior here at the University of Illinois. This morning, just like I have for the last 2.5 years, I woke up and drove to Sinai Temple in Champaign. I teach Hebrew school and religious school there 2 days a week. Today, my Kitab Bet Hebrew class asked me why. Why were there police officers outside of their synagogue today? And would they be coming inside? How was I supposed to tell my students that this is a safe world for our community? How do I encourage them to grow up and become leaders in the Jewish world? How do I ensure their involvement in the future? But first, how was I supposed to keep them safe today? Every student in that synagogue knows one thing about my classroom. My students don't have to wear shoes. Why? My reason's simple. Since I began teaching at this synagogue, my primary mission has been to ensure that each student develops a true, positive association with the Jewish community. They don't get that in their local public schools here, where they are mocked for missing school for the Jewish holidays every fall, and for eating matzah sandwiches instead of regular bread every spring. If they don't get this healthy, joyous feeling about being Jewish at Sunday school, they will probably not grow up to seek out the Jewish community for themselves. Not wearing shoes in Sunday school is enough for an 8-year-old to think that this school is the best school. But today, how was I supposed to explain to my students that today they had to wear their shoes, just in case they needed to run? Some feel that the attack at Pittsburgh was senseless or came out of nowhere. But as Jews, we know better. Inaction against anti-Semitism breeds more anti-Semitism. We have seen it on our own campus. When the words, "I hate Jews," were found carved in the bathroom door on campus, nothing was done. When the words, "No room for Zionists" at UIUC were shared online, all that came was a statement. When an Israeli flag was burned by a campus leader, you told me it didn't happen here. And when I showed you that it did happen here, you told me there is a point where these acts cannot stand, but still nothing has been done. I know that no one here is responsible for the awful acts committed in Pittsburgh, but each of us here is responsible to notice the reality of the world around us and to do their part to take concrete, timely action steps that foster a climate of religious tolerance. Words are not enough to keep my students safe. Words are not enough to keep me safe. An attack against one member of any community is an attack against the entire community. You know this, and so do I. We need to not just call out anti-Semitism when it faces us head-on, but dive further into what anti-Semitism means today and what it has meant in the past. We need to educate one another, train one another, our fellow students, our faculty, and our community leaders on how to be better allies to each other, not just in days of grief, but every day. The time for words and promises has passed. There needs to be more, and it needs to happen quickly. Together, we can create a community where each individual, regardless of background, feels safe and welcomed. It will take honest and difficult conversations and struggling action, but it can and will be done. Thank you.